Welcome to today's live. I'm Gavin, and do you lazy to read books but want to learn faster? Yes, just as the title say it. Now, I watched this movie named Office Space. It is about a movie in the context of don't give a fuck. Now, if you're going to watch it to get a don't give a fuck scene, you don't have to watch finish you don't have to finish watching it. At the end of the movie gonna be storyline, but the first part, the first 1/3 of the movie is going to enough to learn from there. All right, now there's books talking about don't give a fuck, the subtle art of don't give a f, and stop being a nice guy books, right? Now I got recommendation for read the book. And now why watching movie, like you can literally search on Google movie about don't give a damn or don't give a fuck, and Matrix is one of it, and Office Space is okay. Forrest Gump is not in the list, but the entire movie is about don't give a fuck and achieving, meeting with the president, become a national athletes, winning a lot of money, and just by don't giving a fuck, you know. You see why watching movie like this will eventually have a personal development experience. Sorry, how can you develop yourself through movie like this? You know, sometimes you read books is kind of mundane, you know, and I totally agree with that. And now here is the interesting facts you can see from animal, right? You see, let's say a cow doesn't read a book to how to be a cow. But we human get information to be a human, to be a successful human, right? And cow don't read a book, don't get any information to, you know, how to be a successful cow. But human, if we don't read book, we don't learn something useful, we are not going to be a successful person by default. That is interesting facts that I found, and if you want to discuss this, you can message me as well. Now why cow, you know, they don't communicate like, okay, here is how you stand up, how you eat the grass, but the cow know how to be a cow without actually learning. But one thing, and what is this one thing, is called, in a scientific term, is called osmosis. Now osmosis is, for example, you hang out, and that's why people like say you hang out with the 5 people and eventually you become similar like them. So that's what the osmosis in effect, right? So when you watch a movie with educational aspect, concept, like don't give a fuck concept, eventually you will learn to not give a fuck. So when in the situation you about to give a fuck, and then you suddenly imagine yourself as the main actor, and then okay, the main actor like this, so you catch the osmosis, download the osmosis into your head without reading a book. And sometimes even, you know, watch a video about people presenting it, like don't give a fuck, don't blah 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 blah, this is a good, this is a bad thing, pro and cons. It's not as useful as watching from a movie. So I would like you to, you know, Google don't give a fuck movie and watch it and see if you can actually learn the thing without learning. Right? It is like, you know, you don't know what you know. Okay, so this is osmosis. Another example, let's say you watch a Will Smith video in YouTube. Eventually you become more funny, witty, emotionally caring. Eventually you will become like that, right? Or you watch some Dan Penna video, you become more action oriented and more high energy stuff like that. When you watch long enough and only watch his video alone, or minimize the video, eventually you will catch the osmosis. You will become the person that you expose to, whether it's video, in person, or books. Therefore, in person is better lah, you know. But movie is second. And the third one, books. Yeah, books is good. So, hope you liked today's video. See you on the next live.